Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Comfy Pants podcast. Today, this is the first one we've done so far, and we're gonna talk about spoilers. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Hey guys, I am Matt, aka Bullet Catcher 123.
I'm Casual Cameron.
I'm Nathan, aka mEcHjaW.
I am Ryan, also known as Rhynosaucerous.
So, gentlemen,
And
What?
we
Our Comfy Pants.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
comfy pants.
Hooray!
We already established this, gentlemen.
Hey, that's
But
okay. This is gonna be crashy, okay? First time doing this. Please excuse us. So, gentlemen, today's topic is spoilers. Where should we go with this?
Spoilers. We need to not talk about any spoilers whatsoever.
At all.
So yeah, the smoke monster and the polar bear.
No.
What was up with that?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's at a horrible time for spoilers too, because we got Halo 4 just came out. Assassin's Creed 3 has been out. How long now? About a week. And
Not even,
people are
like-
just.
It's been when it was released last Tuesday. Oh yeah, it's been about a week. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
You're
about
good.
that.
People are already saying,
and-
hey, this is how it ends, and then most people haven't even beat it yet.
Honestly,
Matt,
I haven't had that problem personally. It's honestly the biggest spoiler thing I've seen so far happened with Portal 2's release, and you couldn't go to any YouTube video without someone spoiling something.
Right,
It was
exactly.
It was like a YouTube blackout during that time.
Yeah,
Right.
It's really annoying because when people try and do spoilers, they'll say everything and go, oh wait, these are spoilers, and and at the end of the message say, oh, these are spoilers.
Right.
Exactly.
They'll be
I'm
like,
telling
so
you,
at the end of Halo 4, Cortana dies. Oh, there were spoilers in this, by the way.
Now that might actually be a spoiler. I have no idea. I'm like 2 campaign missions in. I have no clue.
I've never played it before,
I don't know.
so
Since Halo 2, they've been trying to kill off Cortana, right?
I feel that way. Yeah.
Eventually. But she's too hot.
Yeah. They got too many fanboys doing too much fan art out there.
Ryan,
What?
it's a hologram. You won't feel anything.
Yes, he
Supposed to
will.
know that. You know what?
will
You
feel
know what it's
everything.
called? It's called chipping.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
Well,
We've reached the after dark portion of the podcast already.
I need
2 minutes and 50 seconds in.
That's a new
Oh,
record,
man.
ladies and gentlemen. Next topic, sex. No. God, no.
Yeah, but really, I feel bad too, because I know I'm guilty of spoilers, because I recently beat Assassin's Creed 3's storyline like 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm dying for someone to discuss it with, but nobody I know has finished it yet. Not even my brother. So it is so tough. I don't want to spoil, but at the same time, I really want someone to discuss it with.
Let me borrow.
I will be beating it. I'll be beating it soon. The walkthrough is almost done, but at the same time not anywhere near done.
Yeah. God.
Wait, what mission?
spoilers.
What point in the story are you? I just finished it, so I didn't want to spoil it, so I haven't watched your playthroughs. But where are you?
I am
He's at
only
that one part where
on-
you have to climb on the buildings, search for that one guy, and then assassinate him.
Yes.
Exactly.
I just started recently the bury the hatchet one, the very first one where he's like, when you start a war with my people, we bury a hatchet into a post, and then the most recent mission that I did was blowing up the tea barrels. I mean, I'm not that far into the game.
Oh, okay, I see where you're at. That was actually a really cool mission.
You see now, you just spoiled it for people who haven't even played it yet, like me.
Gosh.
No,
You don't
I didn't-
understand, man. Tea
I
barrels.
I didn't see who I'm going after. I didn't say who I'm going after, nor did I say who gave me the mission. But that line is really cool.
Yeah.
He's like, when you start
We
a
all
war with
know-
my people, a hatchet is buried into a post.
We all know
I think
it
that was in
James
a trailer
Madison.
anyways, so I mean that's not a spoiler.
You live in a trailer down by the river? What?
I live
You're
by,
living
it's
in a
a
van down by the river.
I live by
Oh,
the
man.
river.
That was a total. That sucked. I remember when I heard that he was dead. That was
Farley?
that was a really horrible moment from my
Dude.
childhood.
Yeah.
Saddest moment ever.
What's crazy is that
Spoiler warning.
Chris Farley's
Spoiler
dead.
warning.
what's crazy is that he was
Darth Vader's Luke's father.
he was a very active guy, and yet he was still really big.
It doesn't matter.
It's,
Doesn't matter if you're big
no,
or not.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, how can he be big and yet super active?
I love. I really hate
cake too
quoting
much.
Adult Swim to this, but there's no Swim Team Hunger Force or something.
Sound it out.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
That was it. Yeah, there's a commercial on it where Carl's. Sadly, I know their names. Carl's talking about how I don't understand why people work out. You're gonna get stabbed. It doesn't matter how hard you work out. You're gonna get killed with a knife in the chest. But yeah, you keep working out. Gotta look good. Gotta pack some guns when you get stabbed.
That's true.
It's
Everybody's worried
macabre
about
but
working
true.
out and looking good and everything and having muscle mass, but a lot of people do it for like fighting or something. Like I don't want to be, less intimidating, but you're still going to die. Like it doesn't matter how big you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you get someone
I
who's
mean-
really weak using a knife, because then they won't. I'm pulling this out of my butt, but what if someone's so weak they couldn't push the knife through your muscle?
I doubt that. It's a freaking
I
knife.
Yeah,
I don't
It's a
think that's
freaking
ever
knife.
happened.
you need a certain amount of force,
It's a knife.
So
As long as it's
Yeah.
sharp enough, you can get it through. Even the slightest jab is going to break through skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but skin is not muscle, sir.
All right.
Muscle's dense, but it's not stop a knife dense.
Well, a gorilla muscle is.
Well, skin itself.
I would
is-
stab a
is-
gorilla.
Oh my God, Pete is gonna hate us. I'd stab gorillas.
No, I would stab a gorilla. It's kind of like,
Nathan
okay.
Cady, the first man to stab a gorilla and live
And live.
and walk off and have casual tea with the
And go
gorilla
have tea
every Tuesday.
Go stab a gorilla and then go have tea with its widow.
What?
Talk about a man.
All right,
Hey,
all right.
yeah, I killed
I've-
your husband, and I'm gonna.
I've
let
talked
you know
about this
that
before.
every day.
With tons of people. So, you know those canine dogs, right?
Yeah.
This is a huge point for me. So, like, dogs are dogs. And, I mean, I know the canine unit dogs are meant to, like, they're trained and everything to take you down and bite at your face and everything. They're meant to hurt you. But I think I would win against a dog.
Yeah.
You
I
know
don't
what I'm saying?
know, dude. I don't
I gotta
know, man.
agree.
If you grab a dog's bottom jaw, they can't do anything to you.
Yeah.
No, you gotta look at it. Like I've actually seen these attack dogs in action. Okay, it's hysterical for the guy that's getting tackled. But I mean, you got this German Shepherd running at you at a good 40 miles an hour, let's say. Plus, it's got razor sharp jaws and a bad attitude, and a Bowie knife and a bandana and an eye patch. So this thing's
it's
running
the German
at you.
Shepherd
This is-
Rambo.
Yeah, this is a bad neighborhood. We live in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah. So it's this dog running down at you 40 miles an hour, high speed, and it's gonna rip through your skin into the muscle, and that's gonna pull you down. There's you might be able to stand up, but with the force it's bringing with it, it's gonna pull you down, man.
No, there's a way you can just not fall over.
Yeah,
Well,
really.
Step to the side. while
Well,
it's
and
in
then the
air.
whole, like, they're running at you thing. Like, if I was a robber and all that was chasing me was that dog, I would turn around, and if I had a gun still, I'd shoot it, or I'd turn around and kick it, depending on if I had a gun or not. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
Comfy
gonna
Pants
win
Podcast.
against
And-
me.
Recently
And check
closed
this
by
out.
Peta.
Even on this point, while we're still here, the dog has one set of jaws. I have two hands. Like I can, every animal, every creature out there has eyes, and that's a weak point for every animal out there that could attack
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, but this dog has a death grip.
But
And
This
plus,
dog's got a
you
death
gotta
grip on your
you gotta
family
think about
jewels.
this. You're not gonna get hit by this dog, and you're not gonna be like, "Oh, I got bit by a dog." You're gonna be like, "Holy crap! There's a dog attached to my hand." There's the whole
No,
shock
I
value
agree that it would
comes
be
into
scary
that.
and that they would probably break through and everything, but I don't know. I just think personally that I would win in a fight against a dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the best way thing to do is, say a dog bites your hand, you just wrap your hand around his jaw, you hold it down, and you bite it back.
Yeah, but then you got the police officer following behind.
That's when you throw the dog into him.
Okay, yeah. If it's a police, but if you're being attacked by a wild dog, I feel like the humans got the advantage.
Oh,
Like,
especially a
hefty
wild dog.
advantage. Yeah.
Deadliest warrior, nature's edition.
Man versus wild, dog edition.
Nathan versus dog.
The
While we're
human
on the
loses.
subject-
Spoiler.
Man versus
While we're
wild
on the-
dog edition. I'm going to eat my poop. We found wild cat poop. I'm going to eat it.
Let Matt finish.
It's
what
got
he
simple
said.
sugars and vital nutrients.
Lots of
Um,
lots of mice.
What was that you're trying to say, Matt?
yeah, check it out. While we're on the topic, all right. While we've already broached the topic and have PETA hate us now, what animals do you think we could be?
Gorillas.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't think all four of us could beat a gorilla if it was after
No,
us.
I don't think so. Gorillas are friggin' huge.
I already said I'd stab a gorilla.
Okay, but
Nathan, hand-to-hand combat.
even in hand-to-hand combat and even in its own environment, I don't think all four of us, even with knives, could really take
You
that
know what I
gorilla.
could take
All right,
down?
hand-to-hand combat. Hand-to-hand combat. I would be able to take a mongoose.
You know, I
I could maybe take on a squirrel or a rat.
you know, I'd be able to take down a penguin.
That depends, man. If we're talking certain penguins, that penguin can snipe you with its crap. Long range poopers, man. Your eyesight gone. That thing's taking you down. They hunt in packs.
Its defense is happy feet.
Happy Feet 3.
The final showdown.
It's the final countdown.
Showdown.
So how many
When the movie
copyright claims
starts,
is
all you
that
hear
now?
The movie is
Who
5
knows?
minutes long.
Seals win.
Just-
Spoiler alert.
The seagulls win.
Killer whale hops up on the ice, eats everything. Killer whale wins. Fatality.
An unsuspected victor, the
right,
killer
go on.
whale.
Going back to the animals we would take down, I love how we slowly got smaller and smaller. But if you
Yeah,
think
right?
about it, the moment it gets to spiders, we're all screwed. Okay.
Yep.
Dude, I would
I'm
lose
done.
against
It's like-
a spider.
it goes
I'm gonna
from
tell you that right
it goes
now.
from
I hate
gorilla,
spiders.
Gorilla,
Oh, me too.
mongoose, chihuahua, spider. Get the hell out of here. Nathan's like, I can stab a gorilla, but stabbing a spider, hell no. That's where I draw the line.
Oh man. It's true though, dude. I'm a coward with spiders. I'll admit it.
It depends
hate 'em. They're
it
just
depends on how
terrible.
big the spider is for me. I mean, if it's a small house spider, then I'll just squish it with my thumb. But if it's like one of those huge, friggin' spiders in Australia that'll take up a whole corner in a room, then yeah, I'm saying goodbye.
Yeah,
I
actually,
gotta be.
speaking
Go
of
ahead.
the spiders in Australia, those things. This is gonna sound like it's from a comedy sketch or something, but those things are so freaking big. They literally pick up humans in Australia and go, "Puny human," and then throw them all the way to China. Now, people in Asia, they're like, "Whoa, where did this Australian come from?" I don't know what they say. Like, honestly, I don't know how to speak Chinese. But they're like, "Whoa, where did this Australian person come from?" And the guy is so afraid. All he says is, "The spiders, mate. The spiders." And the Chinese are like, "Oh, a spider! Oh my god, a spider!"
It's a Godzilla!
He's a ghost spider.
Well, there goes part of our viewers.
We just isolated a demographic.
Let's see, we've gotten rid of all the animal lovers. We have like 2 copyright claims now, and we've singled out all Asians, or at least the Chinese.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We're just
Dude.
making friends.
Just
All over
making
the place.
friends. Wow.
Seriously, one thing that would really scare me is if, okay, say you get one of those huge spiders from Australia, it's coming at you, okay, you're running like, oh my god, it's a big spider. And then all of a sudden, you see a scorpion jump over you, land on the spider, and then they start duking it out. And then they both come after you at the same time.
Or Or, oh god, nightmare happening right now. A spider's coming after you, right? It's saying puny human over and over and over. Just getting that in your head. Just getting that in your head. It's a 10-centimeter spider, and it's saying puny human and puny human. It's saying it like that. Scary, right?
Psychological warfare going on.
I'd be like,
And then
what the hell? A spider's talking. I'm not dealing with this.
And then a giant scorpion. Not only is he giant and a scorpion, but he comes up behind the spider and he's going, puny human. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I'm thinking we should all play some EDF. I don't know about you.
I feel like we all need to go play EDF and get this fear out.
Oh yeah, for sure. But,
I love, by the way, that your scorpion voice was so much more high pitched than the spider.
Scorpions. Scorpions, the gay spider.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Dude,
you say it like that, but when you think about it, spiders are the gay scorpions.
Or, no, because the scorpions work out more. They're more muscular, so they're more worried about their appearance. At very least, they're metrosexual.
No. Scorpions, those are like the biker dudes, okay? They're muscular for a reason. They won't take shit, okay? Scorpions are the honey badgers of the insect world.
They just don't give a shit.
oh, speaking of the insect world, dude, I was cleaning out my backyard and there was a log from
I like where this is going.
There was a log in the backyard. It was originally a root that we dug out of the ground. That was about 4 foot deep. That we pulled
Okay, there's
it
a
out.
big difference between a log and a root.
Okay, it was a root that was the size of a log that was 4 foot into the ground. We didn't get all of it. And well, anyways, I was grabbing it to throw it, and when I threw it and it landed, I saw something crawl out from under there. I was like, "What is that?" So I walked over. There was a friggin' black widow that crawled out from under the root, and it was
That's crazy.
on the root while I was holding it and throwing it.
Oh, that's even weirder.
And I was
What
like,
if it had jumped onto you?
I know,
Dude, so close to death.
I was like, why did it not bite me? And when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's a big widow! And I killed it after stepping on it like 6 times and then squishing it and then putting my foot on it and moving it around and then squishing it with the log. But I'm really surprised that it didn't bite me. I mean, I completely would.
Well,
would
contrary to belief, when you think about it, what does a spider gain from attacking you? If
It's-
anything, it's
uh,
petrified.
more room in its environment.
Because,
Yeah,
I mean, when you
really.
think about it, if you were a spider, I mean, they obviously know that, although I like to think that spider's looking at me and he's like, I could eat that. It's like, no, that spider's
I could
thinking,
take that in a one-on-one fight. I could win it. Go for the eyes.
yeah, that spider's thinking, shit.
Yeah, but still. It was a freaking black widow, dude. It was a lady female black widow. And it was
I don't
like,
care. It could be
nah.
a brown recluse. That spider's still thinking, please don't see me. Please.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm sure spiders would bite you. They will. But, I mean, when it comes to that, I think they're more along the lines of running away rather than attacking.
Still, I mean, jeez, man. The initial sight of the black widow itself was like, oh my god!
If I have the chance to, I will initiate a arachnid genocide
But
on
then,
this planet.
Nathan, if we got rid of all the spiders and all the other bugs would overpopulate, and we'd be
Really? Really? Because
I
all
don't
I
think
ever
so.
see
That's
spiders
crap.
all I ever see spiders do is just sit in their little corners and say hi. That's it. I've never seen spiders ever do anything for me.
Dude,
So
I
I hate them.
always see spiders with flies and grasshoppers and whatnot.
Dude, I don't care about flies and grasshoppers. We can smush those way easier.
Nah. Oh,
Think about it, man.
speaking of,
You barely
bugs.
see flies and grasshoppers as is. Imagine if all the spiders were gone. Okay? Flies and grasshoppers are the least of your worries.
That's kinda
Especially when
true, I
there's
guess.
3,000 of them in your room.
What?
Well, I mean,
What?
if the spiders are gone, you're gonna have like thousands of these things inside your room.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about spiders in my room. I was like, dude, what are you talking about, dude?
Oh yeah.
How do you know this?
Most
I gotta
certainly,
watch around me.
there's at least a couple hundred spiders in your room right now.
That is terrifying. Why would you tell me that?
Quit mentioning this, dude. All right, we're done with spider tech.
No,
man.
but when I was at work one time.
Spoilers.
I was on-
Spider wins.
No, listen. I was on aisle 10, right? That's where all like the candles and baked goods and whatnot are. But there was a freaking praying mantis in there on one of the
No
candles.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a praying mantis. I was like, "What? How'd you get in here?" And so
That's awesome.
I grabbed a piece of plastic, and it wasn't working. So I had to grab the the praying mantis, and I had to let it outside. But they're little thingies. I mean, they don't really hurt, but you can feel them, and they kind of sting a little bit.
See,
That's
but
nuts.
that's one of those bugs that you don't kill. Like 90% of Americans, or 90% of people really, when they see a spider, their first reaction is to kill it.
Kill it where
Kill
it
it with
stands.
fire.
No,
When they-
to all
when
you
they see, like-
stats or school people, that's not true knowledge. That's just right off the top of our heads.
Right.
Continue
But like,
on.
but like when you see like, I don't know, a millipede or not a millipede. those are
Bananas.
creepy.
I'm out.
banana
milking too,
spider.
dude. Screw those things.
The freaking what are the
Dude,
little
those are
roly
sketch.
polies? Roly polies, right?
Pill bug.
Yeah, pill bugs,
Yeah.
roly polies, pill bugs, whatever you guys call them. When you see those, you're not thinking about killing that bug. You're just like, oh, it's a little roly poly, because they don't do anything. They're
Yeah, they're
awesome.
so cute.
Actually,
Well,
they
then
Worms?
Hold on, think about it.
They do little nibbles on your finger. I've felt it before. It's weird.
Well,
I think you're just crazy, dude. I used to
You're
hold pill
crazy.
bugs, roly polies all the time, dude. That was like my favorite pastime when I was a kid, is go out and see if you could find the roly polies.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
Dude,
did
if
too.
you want to find 20 of them right now, come over to my garden.
yay! Frolicking through Ryan's yard.
Running through Ryan's garden. Let's pick all the vegetables
Gosh.
and throw them at his
Hey,
house.
you leave my
A
vegetables
bunch of-
alone.
God, think about it. Three like almost grown men kneeled down on a yard. That's terrifying.
Just frolicking through another grown man's
yeah,
lawn.
I think the best word there is frolicking. Like that's the best right there.
You
You can't
okay?
get any manly version of frolic, okay?
No, there is not.
Gallivanting.
Gallivanting. That just sounds like you're a
Gallivanting-
horse.
Yeah, it really does. We're riding into battle on a horse. If you're gallivanting, you're cavalry.
No, that's
All right, if you're
galloping.
frolicking,
That's galloping.
I'd say all right, fine. You're a knight charging into battle.
No, dude. If you're on a horse charging, it's galloping. Gallivanting is the same as frolicking, but more manly.
When I see gallivanting, I'm thinking a knight in full armor
That's
going to
because you're
town
weird.
on some
The word
fools.
is galloping, sir.
If you're
Yeah, I'm gonna gallop over to your garden and step on your fruits.
I don't grow fruits.
the fruits of your looms.
Not those, yeah, those fruits.
All right, if you guys are going to keep up with this English stuff, I'm going to ask for a 12-page rhetorical analysis essay, okay?
No.
12-page rhetorical analysis.
You can
What's
do
the
your own
what are the
12-page
rhetorical devices
analysis
being
essay.
inputted here?
Words.
That's very true. I had an idea. I had something to talk about, but I totally forgot what it was because we got caught up in gallivanting.
Good. Good. I'm proud. Jerk.
So anyway,
Uh,
indie game watch?
What?
indie games?
Yeah, like you know.
Lucius.
Oh yeah, Lucius. I heard a lot of good stuff about that. Has anyone played
I
it?
have it. It's really fun.
Is it? What is it? All right, tell me about it. I've heard about it. I don't know anything of
What
the
it
story. or
is
anything.
you're a kid, right? And on your 6th birthday, turns out you're the son of the devil. And so
On July 6th,
Happy birthday!
1966.
You're Hellspawn.
But instead of, you know how in those old games where something's trying to kill you, it's really scary. It's
Yeah.
not very scary when you are the thing trying to kill the people. It's just
Oh wait, so
So
the whole game is basically you're the monster?
yeah.
yeah, the game was actually based on the movie The Omen.
Makes sense.
The Omen is the little kid and he's killing people or whatever. So the whole game you're Lucius, and you're constantly like meeting with the devil, and he's like, give me sacrifices and you'll grow stronger and all this stuff. So every chapter you're killing somebody inside this mansion, and they're like your butlers, your maids, your uncles and stuff like that.
Relatives.
Yeah, you're killing everybody. and then it like all explodes at the end. I won't give any spoilers away.
I
or
haven't
anything
beat
like
it
that.
yet. I'm only on chapter 6.
Yeah, there's no spoilers, but it all like explodes at the end. Like it all comes out basically, but no spoilers.
Like it
or
gets
anything like
real.
that.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it really does.
Spider wins.
It's cool. I never played it, but I saw a full walkthrough on it during a live stream actually. So
I'm actually watching Cry's playthrough. It's coming along pretty well.
yeah, Cry
Alright.
and PewDiePie are doing one actually.
I caught an episode of PewDiePie's, and that one seemed pretty interesting. I don't think it was the first one because he seemed like he was right in the middle of the action, and he's usually not one to skip story. So it seemed interesting. I mean, how much is it? I think about picking it up.
I think it's like $20, 30, something along
Might be
those
worth
I
lines.
was
it.
kind of hoping we'd be able to do this without bringing in other YouTubers.
Oh, it's okay.
Fine, we'll just
It-
bleep them out.
Well,
It's just,
well, we're just talking about guys we like. I mean, why
We'll
not?
just bleep them out.
Oh, we like them.
it doesn't really matter. If anything, you get more stuff towards them, and if they end up saying like, "Hey, I was brought here by a smaller channel that I watch," you know, they might be kind enough to return the favor. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Maybe, but I've never had that luxury of people returning any favors to me.
Well, if you
Well, I
think,
haven't
hold
either,
on,
but-
you talked to Gassy Mexican how
Yeah,
many
exactly.
days ago?
Okay, well, other than Gassy Mexican, but every other time I've tried, no one has ever returned a favor for me.
well,
Okay,
you
I wanna
shouldn't
hear
try. It's
this
just
story.
a general favor. It's not something you ask for. It's something you
Yeah.
earn.
Even still,
Okay, I have to hear this. You guys both got to meet Gassy Mexican. I have just recently become more of a Creatures fan. You guys have to tell me so much more about that. I think the viewers will want to hear it too. Just recount your tale. Recount your experience there.
Well,
Well,
we-
turns
we
out
left-
Gassy Mexican really does smell like burritos. You wouldn't have thought that, but he really does. Plus, he's really into Disney Hercules. I did not expect that. He's a big fan of Disney Hercules.
No, Cameron, be quiet. But
Cameron.
okay, anyways, but before we left, we just decided to get some like drinks or something because I was struggling to stay awake because I was still trying to transfer to the daylight. But we were sitting there driving around for an hour because I'm sitting there trying to tell Nathan, dude, it's probably right there in the mall. And he goes, no, it's not. After I already see like 30 cars over there. And so we kept going around, right? And so we turned on MapQuest and I had the address and the address ping was in the mall. I was like, dude, see, it's right there. I told you. He goes, no, it's got to be around there somewhere. And so we're still driving around, wasting gas for an hour. And then we finally went up to the only open store that we saw that whole time, and it was a bar. And I walked in there to try and get directions. And I guess I look older than I think because the first question they had was, "What do you want?"
What do you want?
And I was like, actually, I'm looking for GameStop. And then they were all trying to tell me the directions. I mean, I kind of just nodded my head because most of them were drunk. But
Hey man, I'm telling you, man, the GameStop is by that way. You pointed
Yeah,
to
you're gonna go to the corner and then you're gonna do a 360, and then you're gonna
I'm not
stumble
done with my
out
story. I'm not done with my story.
All right, continue.
My version was so much better.
Shut up.
Yeah.
But anyways, after we get there, I said, "Hey, just go down there." He goes, "Okay." And then I said, "See, look, there's people inside." And so we were in there, and then once we got inside, we're sitting there standing around, waiting for a dude to show up. And then finally we saw him in the corner after Nathan checked the Twitter.
Gassy Mexican is a spider?
No,
He's got 8 legs and he'll run after you yelling, "Puny human!"
no. But he's down in the corner because that's where they had a little Halo 4 tournament deal set up.
Why would they put the tournament in the corner for the biggest game, one of the biggest games of the year?
Yeah.
Well,
it was just the way the GameStop was
it's
set
not
up.
something you know, but spiders are actually really good at Halo.
I mean, it's the 8 arms. Dude.
Hey,
They
we're
can
not
hit all
done
the
yet.
buttons.
And then, so we were just standing there waiting for people to clear out, and one of them finally cleared out, and Nathan went over there and went, "Cassie!" And he was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was basically quiet almost this whole time. And so I walked over there. I kind of just stood there.
It's the first time he's ever been quiet in his life.
It's like meeting
Shut up.
Batman as a kid.
Anyways, and then sorry, Nathan, continue with what you were saying.
No, I was just gonna finish the story. That's all.
Well,
Yeah, finish the story. Let's hear from Beck.
You have a better voice than I do.
You've got the
That's cool,
floor.
dude. We
Okay.
we watched him play the Halo tournament for a little while. He was playing some kid. I don't even know who it was. He ended up losing, which I still say to this day he let the other kid win. But we watched him for a little bit, and then when he was done, he walked on over, and we followed him a little bit. We felt kind of like creepers, actually. We were like following this guy that we barely even knew.
Yeah.
You were gonna follow him and blow up.
What?
Minecraft reference, nerd moment.
Gas.
Gassy.
We followed him around, and he's like, "Hey, so like, I'm glad that you guys showed up and everything." And we're like, "Yeah, you know." And he's like, "Nobody else seems to be showing up," and we were both kind of flabbergasted by that. We were like, "Man, can't believe nobody else showed up. It's so weird. You have so many subscribers, and yet you tweet it out publicly, and yet nobody shows up, or maybe they're just too shy." But I figured after we talked to him, maybe more people would come. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but he basically said, "Do you guys do anything?" And we're like, "Yeah, Ryan actually said, we both have YouTube channels. Would you mind giving us a shout out?"
He was kind of reluctant at first. He's like, "Wait, what do you do?"
Yeah, he basically said, "Well, my only thing is that I want to make sure that you actually do stuff on YouTube." And we're like, "Yeah, we're both gameplay commentators and all that stuff." And he tweeted out our channel with a picture of all of us together, and it was just a super cool time. He did a vlog with us. You know, he interviewed us on Halo, and it's just super cool.
Yeah.
Really
and-
cool guy.
Yeah. I got a picture with him. Nathan got a vlog. He vlogged both me and Nate into his own vlog. Nathan vlogged his own vlog. I've never
Vloggity
used
vlog vlog.
I've never used the word vlog so many times in one sentence.
Cross vlogging.
Yeah.
No, we didn't do cross vlogging. We did separate vlogs.
You should cross vlogging with Gassy Mexican.
That would have been cool.
Crossing the streams with Gassy.
If I had known that he was the guy that did the Morgan Freeman voice impersonation, I would have asked if he could do that. 'Cause that would have just made my day.
Yeah, right. That's a great video.
Yeah.
So, all right. And speaking of which, I did watch your vlog with Gassy Mexican. It was really cool. And you got a huge subscriber boom after that, didn't you?
I did, actually. Me and Ryan both got a big boost. Mine was slightly higher. I don't mean that to sound
Slightly
selfish or
higher. It
anything.
was double mine, jerk.
It was double, but I mean, either way, we both got a big boost in subscribers from that. I'm still actually getting a few people coming in, whether that's from people sharing or however. Super awesome. I never expected that to happen, actually. Had Ryan not been there and I had gone solo, I wouldn't have asked him for a shout out.
And he wouldn't have found it.
Well, I wouldn't have found it too, but
He'd still be driving around lost.
yeah.
He'd be
4
hanging out
days
with
later.
the drunk guys at the bar.
Yeah. I was supposed to meet Gassy today, but I can't find games on it. But yeah, it was just a super cool time. It was amazing. I think if I ever do find another, if I ever do have a chance to meet another YouTuber, I'll definitely take that chance. It was amazing.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy too.
Yeah.
He also brought
Seems
this girl. I don't know if it's his girlfriend or not, but Renee.
Yeah, Renee, his girlfriend.
Is his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought her along.
So that's about like what, 7 minutes of just completely complimenting Gassy Mexican.
Basically.
Yeah.
So
Fanboy
whenever you
out.
see Gassy Mexican, kiss the ground he walks on and give him lots of money.
He's
Well,
a real nice
I don't know
guy.
if he really needs money, but
He's a real nice
Yeah,
guy.
I think he's
super cool.
Yeah.
he's pretty successful, I think, himself. I don't think he needs our money.
No.
I will give you $2, Gassy.
Yeah.
No, my.
It's all I have.
You
for
guys
my
are like,
name.
it's like if you said that to him, you'd be like, "No, my child, I will not accept your $2. You'd keep.
No, my son.
Keep your money.
keep your money."
I can smell you.
Man.
Here, although I have a measly shiv, it is quite effective when applied to the jugular.
I love that video, dude. That is just such a good video.
I
That's
recently
one of the best
checked
marketing
it.
for
It's like that's like his most one of the most popular videos now. It has so many views. I'm not joking.
It's like the most perfect Morgan Freeman impression. Are you serious? Like, not
It
only
really
is it
is.
scene enters, but Morgan Freeman played the hidden with scene enters. That's what it seems like.
It does.
Well, I don't know. That one guy. I forget. It's on the talk show. He's the one that has the skeleton robot in there.
What?
The Scottish guy.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know
apparently
his
the
name.
guy who does the voice for the skeleton robot person, he actually does a really good Morgan Freeman impression.
That's
Morgan
amazing.
Freeman actually went onto that show, and he's like, "Well, you need the guy. I think is it Jimmy Kimmel? I don't want to say Jimmy Kimmel because I don't think that's right.
Oh, the guy with the gray hair?
Yeah, Scottish, terribly Scottish.
God, I know his name.
Don't
I
spend
know
your
his
whole.
name. I
Don't-
used to watch him all the time.
It
But
doesn't sound
anyway,
familiar.
Craig
Morgan
Ferguson.
Freeman-
Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, that's it. Craig
Oh,
Ferguson.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
cool.
sorry, Craig. I didn't mean to confuse you with Jimmy Kimmel.
But,
Wait,
who-
but
wait. I
Morgan-
see what video you're talking about now. I know this. Okay.
Yeah,
I
Jimmy.
gotcha, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
Morgan Freeman actually came on to the show, and Craig goes, "Yeah, it turns out whatever the skeleton's name is, it's like he does a really good Morgan Freeman impression." Morgan Freeman basically goes, "Well, I hope I don't say anything raunchy." And it's spot on. It's like a mere thing, and it's like, what's it? They ask him, "What's it like talking to yourself?"
That's amazing.
It feels pretty good, buddy. It feels pretty
That is
good.
funny.
I talk to myself all the time.
I carry on quite the awesome conversations with myself sometimes.
yeah.
I always argue with myself. I always say such mean things.
That's funny.
I say self-deprivating things to myself. Keeps
Yeah,
my
right.
ego in check.
Exactly, dude. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh
You
at?
saw gassy Mexican. He hates you. He hates you.
That's funny. But yeah, it was back to the subject. It was really fun meeting him. He was a nice guy. Yeah. I don't know.
Definitely worth it if he ever comes back.
Yeah, definitely.
Come back. Come back.
I'd like to do a couple playthroughs with him, but meh.
Comparison
I
to
don't
Jesus.
would, right?
but
Another
even still.
Jesus comparison. The second coming of gassy Mexican.
Second coming of Gassy.
That's funny.
Hell yes.
The gas
All right.
returns.
second coming of gas.
The gas
All right. So
returns,
speaking of,
or chimichangas this round.
hell yeah. All right. So speaking of midnight launches, Black Ops 2 is coming out in a couple of days now. Who else is excited for
Not
that?
me.
No.
I am getting it.
I'm really stoked too.
I-
Watch
I'm
his the
not-
whole conversation change to, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, it looks really good. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, now it's just gonna be us. Well, I don't know. Hey, did you guys any of you see the TV spot they have for it yet, where they have Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
and FPS
I
Russia?
did see
Yeah.
that.
FPS
that
Russia,
was-
iJustine, Robert Downey Jr. There's an Olympian in there. The guy who has the wrist thing, I don't know who that is, but
I don't know who that is either. I thought he was a random guy personally.
maybe.
But just how great was that trailer? Like, I was a huge fan of the Modern Warfare 3 trailer, where like everyone's got a veteran in them or whatever that video was. It was Jonah Hill and who was it? Channing Tatum. Or-
Pro in the noob or something.
Yeah, Pro and the Noob. That was such an effective TV spot. I thought it was so great, and I'm so glad they did the same thing for Black Ops 2. But even better, because they involved, YouTube stars, and I thought that was really cool because that was so much more personal,
Yeah,
at least to me.
I think it would be really cool to do a commercial or a movie or something with Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Well, let's not get into his past career, but yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, his past dealings are a little less than reputable. Speaking of him, anybody here also excited for Iron Man 3?
I
Yes.
actually just saw the trailer for that.
I have not
I
seen
am-
the trailer yet for it. I really want to see it.
I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
It's
Really?
there's a different director behind it. It's not going to be as comedic. It's going to be a lot darker.
No.
How?
Yeah.
That's kind of ironic though, because the director that's doing it also did Shotgun, Kitty Kitty Bang Bang or something like that. It's
Yeah.
some really weird title, and it was a comedy. It was a buddy comedy.
Never heard of it.
I was just,
It had Robbie
I didn't
Downey
mean either.
Jr. in it. It's from what I've seen, it's actually pretty good. But yeah,
Was it a B movie or was it like A-list?
I want to say it was kind of like either an indie production or a B-list.
Okay. I might have to check that out, but Iron Man 3, yeah, I agree. It looks so much darker, and that I'm kind of excited to see that because I love the comedy aspects that it were in the past too, but I'm kind of getting sick of just the immortal Tony Stark, you know what I mean? I want to see like a more humanizing side of him, you know?
Right.
Well,
exactly.
I'm all up for that, but Tony Stark, the character in the new recent Iron Man films, he's not immortal. He just has this huge ego. And this trailer, it's look at Iron Man 1 and 2. I mean, they're both kind of dark, but it's really just him being like, I'm not taking any pictures. Okay, I'll take a picture, but don't do any bunny ears. It's okay to do bunny ears, things like that. Or he's like just in your face and kind of an asshole. And this one, it starts off with a monologue from him showing like all these kind of rusted Iron Man suits. And
yeah, ever
it's
since New York, things have changed.
Yeah,
like,
it's
he
like-
seems a lot more serious and down, almost like depressed this time around.
Yeah, it's seriously like ever since New York, hundreds of people are trying to kill me, and I don't want to keep doing this if I can't even protect you. And I'm like, this isn't Tony Stark. This isn't him. I'm sure, he can have his, depressing moments, but this isn't something I expect from an Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
Especially
Right.
in a trailer. I expect AC/DC, a bit of wisecracking, and a little bit of darkness. Not just, it's doing the whole sort of like the third movie. It's it sounds like it's going to be a teasing for the end. This is going to be Iron Man's biggest challenge. Like, all the odds are against him.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Kinda like,
speaking of AC/DC, their music is in a lot of movies recently.
Right?
Maybe they're a bit
it's
more
so-
lenient with
It's
their,
like people are trying to make them come back or something.
No, it's not that they're trying to come back. Like, they exist. They still tour in Australia, I believe. It's just that they really don't like what music is done right now. Like, you can't find their stuff on iTunes. You won't. They
That's
removed
sad.
it.
That is really sad.
What kind of music do they do now?
Well, they-
Well, I
Dubstep.
mean, they did.
They still do their own, they still do their stuff. And I think they're still putting out albums.
They do dubstep?
Actually, I don't know if they have put out an album. They put out Black Ice a few years back, and I was kind of on the fence about that one. I don't know about that. It was okay, but it wasn't, it wasn't prime AC/DC. It wasn't top to me, and
Well, I mean,
I didn't even know they were still touring.
What about
personally.
their Christian counterpart ADBC?
Is that an actual thing, or is that just Simpsons joke?
Simpsons joke.
Okay, because I feel like that's too good of a name to let just go as a joke.
Yeah.
There needs to be a Christian cover band.
That'd be funny though.
Hey guys, we're abandoning. Hey, all right, viewers. Now we're abandoning YouTube and podcasting, and we're gonna take up rock and roll as ABD or as
ADBC.
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 spreading the word of God through the devil's music.
So you want to know how to get to heaven?
I'm on the
You gotta read the Bible.
I'm on the stairway to Valhalla.
Valhalla, that's where you got to go.
We're
Train
Valhalla,
for the
where you
rest
get to
of your
fight for
days
eternity.
for the end of days of Ragnarok.
I don't know what Ragnarok is. I
It's the
I
Nor-
know
it's
it's
the
like the
Norse
Viking
apoc-
apocalypse, but what sets it apart from like other apocalypse
What
theories?
Fenrir is basically like a giant hound, like a three-headed hound, and it's chained down, and if those chains were ever to break, it would bring about Ragnarok, and it'd be all the gods and demigods and everybody just murdering each other.
I can tell you who Ragnaros is.
What?
He's a boss in WoW.
World of Warcraft. I
Hey.
love that switch of topics we just had here. We went from like Black Ops to Iron Man to Norse mythology to World of Warcraft.
Well, come on, let's get back even farther. We went from spoilers to spiders.
That kind of works though. Spoiler.
To the second
spiders.
coming of gassy Mexican.
You can't forget about attack dogs and stabbing gorillas.
Yes. Most
Yep,
important part.
I have
So,
a bullet as a necklace.
Wonderful.
What?
We're just gonna disregard that topic. So,
I have cog tags.
oh, well, that
Oh,
changes
nice.
everything.
Yep.
I have cookies.
Yeah, I'm coming over to your house right now, and I'm gonna eat them.
We're gonna talk
I
about
got
our
a
favorite
water.
recipes. So, anyone else besides me watch Supernatural?
I do not.
I used to try and get into that. A lot of my ex-girlfriends love it, so I watched episodes because I'm not going to be a horrible boyfriend, but I could never really get into it.
I know what it's
It's
about.
on Netflix. The first season is iffy, but once they start introducing angels and demons, it gets really good.
I thought Angels and Demons were in the first season. I recall watching an episode where literally both the brothers ended up boning an angel and a demon. Angel sex! We're back to the After Dark portion. But seriously, I don't understand that. Can angels have sex? I don't think so. Demons, yes, but angels, I don't know if they're allowed to have sex.
They make a
Well,
joke in Scrubs.
Go back to the New Testament. You know, Virgin Mary. She was visited by Gabriel.
Late at
Okay,
night.
now we're getting into the religion part of this. I don't know if we should go there.
Yeah, we get a lot.
Well,
of
there goes 75% of the viewer count.
Yeah, right. So far we've alienated animal lovers, the Chinese,
Gojira.
Gojira, probably the Vikings.
Oh yeah,
But you know, I mean,
The
there's only
Vikings.
like two of those left anyway. So what's that matter?
Kind of like the Indians. Oh!
Very nice.
Oh,
Looks like
burn!
Oyate is not going to be listening to this.
Well, it looks like no one's
Yep.
listening anymore. It's a
That's the
silent
entire
podcast.
viewers. Just the Silence podcast.
Yeah.
The Sad Pants podcast.
Sad,
Sad
Pants.
pants.
Hi guys, welcome to the Sad Pants podcast,
Do you
where we
know what
talk
I have to-
about Linkin Park and My Chemical Romance.
Do you know what I go through day in and day out? I have people's genitals rubbed on me daily.
Male or female?
Whoa,
What is
that I
from?
didn't see that coming. I'm gonna be honest.
Hold on. Male or female?
Both.
Ooh.
So we got a hermaphrodite going on.
Oh God.
Both at the same time. One person. Figure it out yourself.
Hello, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen. Welcome to the After Dark program of Comfy Pants.
If you
With
are
a
under
little
the
bit
age
of
of 18 years old,
stains.
some love stains in the back seat. If you are under the age of 18, please tune out now.
We're gonna have to cut that part out and replace it with, "We're sincerely sorry. Alcohol is one hell of a drug."
Oh man,
No.
this is beautiful.
It's fine. But I just lost my train of thought. Never mind.
So Matt, I need to know this
train has left
because
the
I know
station.
Ryan
for it.
hasn't played it and Nathan wants to. But have you played Dust?
I really need to buy that. I keep
Uh.
forgetting. I have no freaking money to buy it.
I know Dust is like an online flash game that you can frickin' make everything out of dust, but
No. It was the last game to come from the Xbox Live Summer of Arcade thing.
I have not.
it-
Tell us about it.
It's called Dust and Elysian Tale, and I absolutely love this game. I've done so much research on it, more than I should have.
I've spent countless hours on Google.
Yeah, more like
I've
looking,
Googled my fingers off.
mainly stalking the creator's Twitter. It started off as this 3.5 month project by this animator. He wanted to learn XNA basically. Then he entered it. Then he put what he had into this XNA contest, and he actually won. Shortly after, Microsoft calls him up and they want to know if he wants to make this into a real thing on the arcade. He says
Alright.
yes, and 3 years later, it releases. Dust and Elysian Tale. The actual game itself, it's a side-scrolling sort of Metroidvania game.
Metroidvania, Attack of the Halo.
Yeah. Halo Grand Theft Auto 5. Halo Theft Auto 5.
Gears of Halo Theft Auto 4.
So yeah, it's you explore these specific areas, and you'll end up coming back to other ones when you unlock new upgrades or level up.
Alright.
One thing that really detracts people from it is the Don Bluth art style. For those of you who don't know, furry basically. It's there's a reason why Dust and Elysian Tale is spelled as Tail. There's good reason for that. Which, that distracts people off, and I say screw them. Because it's actually very well done. I mean, gameplay is absolutely fantastic, and you'll get a good 14 hours out of it if you play on the tough game mode. Like, I've watched so many reviews, like, they're all saying it's, like, too easy and it's, too short. I'm like, up the difficulty, mate. It's supposed to be hard.
Don't play on normal.
Yeah, don't play on easy.
That's crazy. I really need to get that game. It sounds so interesting.
The game, speaking of the word dust, I really want to get that game called From Dust.
What's that?
Oh.
It's kind of like Sims, except everyone's retarded.
So it's exactly like Sims.
Yes.
It's like black and white, too.
Yeah.
Just no creatures. Like, there's a lot of aspects from different sort of games, like simulation games and stuff. It looks interesting, but I don't know if I would like it.
You essentially...
I don't know.
I don't know. From what I've seen, it's like black and white and a little bit like Pikmin. You're essentially this god, and you have to manipulate the environment and the whole thing to help these people get across so they can get to this one holy place or something, I think.
Sounds like Lemmings. So, do you guys ever play that game Lemmings? It sounds exactly
I love
like
Lemmings.
It's essentially Lemmings because the people have the same AI. Yeah, I've heard the AI for the actual citizens is very bad.
It's terrible.
I don't know.
Another one I want to try and get is Mark of the Ninja.
I've heard about
I've
that
heard
a
of
little
that
bit.
one. I never really read up too much on that one, but I've heard of it.
It looks
see,
interesting. It's just that the $15
ahead.
price tag really takes it away from me.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I have not been keeping up on my indie games recently, and I should be, because you can really find some gems of indie games out there. Every time I see an indie game with like a $20 price tag, I'm immediately turned off.
Mark of the Ninja is only $15.
Yeah, but still, I mean, most of the arcade games, like for the Summer of Arcade, they're priced $15, and you're gonna get maybe like 8 hours out of that.
Yeah. All right,
It's
then
like,
how about Faster Than Light?
I don't know what to
I've
expect.
heard a lot
from
of good stuff about that.
I've heard
friggin' Rooster Teeth plays that. Gus and Bernie both play that, and they talk about it sometimes. It sounds really fun. I don't know. Do you have it?
No.
No, I've heard a lot of stuff from it. Like I haven't actually seen much from it. I've heard that I've mainly things from I've heard of. I keep stuttering. I'm sorry. They compare it to Notch's new upcoming game 0 by 10 to the Sea.
Yeah. Another one I've been looking at is Postal 2 Complete.
Postal 2 came out a couple years ago, didn't it?
Yeah, it came
Postal
out.
3 came out a few years ago.
No, Postal 3 came out recently. Last
I
year,
don't know,
I think.
man. It's old.
No.
I thought it was a couple years old.
It was just under the radar and
I was looking
in
at this and
development
it
hell, as
looks
far as I know.
interesting, to say the least.
Are you
Hold on,
easily
yeah,
offended?
Not really.
Okay, then you can.
Well,
play
if
Postal.
it's directed mainly at me, yes.
It's directed at everyone.
Well, if it's
No one is safe.
if it's not concentrated on me, I don't care.
It concentrates occasionally on certain people, like PETA or Muslims.
Religious groups, especially.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
It isn't. I played the Postal 2 demo. I'll admit, I downloaded the demo, and it's like you get 15 minutes of playthrough for free. And I'm a horrible person for it, but that gas cannon match was just some of the most fun I've ever had. Some of the most mindless fun I've ever had in a video game. Like, you could just leave gas. You could, like, soak a person in gasoline and then leave a trail behind and just flick a match onto it and watch it light up.
That's
Like,
terrible.
it is.
So are the
It
physics pretty
is
good?
so terrible. The physics are okay. I mean,
runs.
the graphics aren't
I've
great.
heard mixed things. It either runs on the Half-Life 1 engine or the Unreal engine.
See, I think it's Unreal Engine.
Yeah. Because I mean,
Yeah,
I know
I mean,
Postal 3 runs on Source.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
doesn't run on Source?
A lot
Really,
of
though, I mean,
a lot of
everything
no,
is-
a lot of things don't, because most games that come out for the Source engine that aren't by Valve, they tend to fail.
Right.
Case in point, Might and Magic, Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, Bloody Good Time, The Ship, Postal 3, which was god awful.
I
I mean, if it isn't backed by Valve, it's going to fail, sadly.
don't think necessarily, but I will give you that. By and by, if it's not backed by Valve, it's got a higher chance of failing. I actually one thing that I think is going to be really successful. If I don't know if it's already out or not, or if it's still pending. Has anyone heard of this Slender Source?
Yes, I've been tracking
No,
that
I have
actually.
not.
I love it. It's,
Alright,
it's a mod.
Is that out yet?
No. I love it though. It's the mod where they say they have so much done, yet the trailers show absolutely nothing other than this really highly foliaged level.
Hang on. Does
Oh, he's looking it up.
No. I remember seeing
Yeah.
a picture of it.
Yeah,
Or they're calling
I
it.
know
They don't. They
enough
aren't,
about it.
They aren't calling it Slender Source now. It's called Faceless.
Yeah.
That might help you find.
Oh,
it.
I was thinking of The Legend. Is what I was thinking of.
Oh.
There's this one
But,
Slenderman game they're making called The Legend,
Yeah.
and I think it's called The Legend because I got a picture from it off the internet. And
Because it's a reliable source.
shut up.
The internet is totally reliable. They can't put anything on there that isn't true.
But anyways, it's on MyDB, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
but it looks really good.
Slenderman is getting a lot of games made about him recently, and I gotta wonder to myself, like, how hard must it be for him to do his job?
He
now?
was
He's just
originally Nurgle from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
He was.
yeah,
actually.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy. Look at him. His job was so easy before this. Because anybody who, I saw this tall man in a suit with no face. Oh, you're crazy. Go to hell. Now everyone knows. Oh my God, it's the Slender Man. We should do this and this and this. It's made his job so difficult. I feel so bad for Slender Man.
Just
Everybody
right then and
knows
there,
about
Matt
me.
cuts
He goes
out.
home. He goes home and he cries himself to sleep every night because now nobody leaves him the hell alone.
So how soon do you think they're gonna make a Slender movie?
Oh,
I'm-
dude.
Dude.
Ooh.
It's
I
gonna
I
be
gotta be honest. I'm
awful.
surprised
Okay,
it's
hey,
not out.
Matt,
Yeah.
I will send you that file of freaking Nurgle and Slenderman.
I want to see it. But I'm just really surprised there hasn't been a Slender movie already out. Like, there's a bunch of little YouTube movies made by local people that are, I'll give it, there's some of them are pretty good. I am totally surprised there's not been a major announcement for Slender movie yet.
Even if it's just like an indie movie, you know what I mean? Like a couple random people do get
Oh,
together
I
and
can't
make an
sit on
actual
Matt's.
full-length movie.
Dang it.
I don't know. There's some, like I said, there's some really good ones online, and there's some good series like Marble Hornets and Everyman Hybrid and stuff that I'm a big fan of. I follow those. I'll admit, I am still so shocked that some Hollywood director has not capitalized on the incredible fame.
Right, exactly.
This thing, it would market itself.
Okay,
Right.
Matt, there you go.
All right, I'll check it out when it pops up. But I'm really shocked about that. Thank you for whoever brought that up because it is so true.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Another-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna go. Another day's done.
Yeah, here, it's called The Legend. It's a mod for Crisis 2. Let me send you the link.
Oh God. Okay.
See, Whoa, dude, it totally is.
Told you.
I never thought about that. I used to love, dude, it does. I'm glad you showed me that. Now I'm happy.
I'm kind of depressed about Slender because it's going through that YouTube phase. Because ever since
What do you mean?
ever since mEcHjaW, Let's Plays really started booming.
Yeah, mEcHjaW was the first YouTube horror game.
Yeah, definitely.
And now Slender's going the same route where everyone and their mom and their cat has played it.
Yeah, exactly.
The cat walked on the keyboard and managed to find 3 pages.
And
I
the
mean-
mouse. Can't forget about the mouse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's like, it's not scary anymore.
It is scary when you're playing it, just not when you're watching it.
It's like
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen.
You know what's gonna happen, but it's still that initial jump scare that still gets you. Like, I absolutely hate jump scares, but I mean, it is not scary and scary at the same time.
See, I've always thought what makes it scary here is that, the mind is like the mind is the scariest thing of all. It's like, it's the anticipation and just what you're imagining that makes it worse. And then that jump scare, obviously, it gets you. But I don't know, the more, like I have to agree, the more I'm watching people play it and everything. And I've been playing it myself still. I have like the new Slender maps or whatever, the Slenderman Shadow stuff.
Yeah, Slenderman
And-
Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, that's super fun. I'm so glad they decided to make more. I'm so glad someone made more maps for it and everything. I'm just getting to the point where I'm not scared of Slenderman anymore. I'm just the more I play, the more angry I get at the small flaws of the game. I've gotten to the point where I'm not scared of Slenderman so much to the point that I'm angry at the small flaws in the game.
Right. The weird clipping
Like-
textures and all that stuff.
Yeah, like when the height of Slenderman's popularity, I was totally into it. I'm still huge at Slenderman. I'm just not big on the games anymore. Like, I forgive every bad thing about the game, and now that it is worn off, I am so sick of it.
You're so critical of all the game's flaws.
Yeah, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me being cynical at this point, but I don't know. I still love Slender, and I still like to play it every so often just to give myself that quick little, oh, whoa, jump scare, but
Yeah.
it's lost a lot of its luster, like with the YouTube boom.
Yeah. A lot
Yeah, I
of things.
stopped doing
That
videos on
happens
it
to a
a lot.
lot of things. Oh, a little bit of spoilers to Sam and Max. The hands are the devil's playthings, while the mind is the devil's playhouse.
I know. See, I've heard that line used in a different sense. The hands of the devil's playthings. Whew. That one
The
I've heard a few
mind is the
times.
devil's playhouse. It's kind
The
of
mind.
a hint to what's gonna happen in Sam and Max. But all right, going back to Slender. Yeah, I can't wait till SCP makes a comeback.
Oh, SCP. You know, I was interested in that game, although I don't think I could play it, just because there's no point to the game.
Well,
Not
it's-
yet.
It's been in. Well, then again, it's been in beta for years now. I don't.
Not even. It's still in alpha. It's not even entered beta yet. It is still. I've checked their site and everything. I think they're still in very early alpha.
Yeah, what
mode.
I don't get is that, like, even when you first start off, when you blink more than once, it'll be like right there.
It can
Yeah.
kill you within the first minute of the game. It's stupid. They
It's a
need
sca-
they need to polish it for sure.
Yeah, and just there's missing textures and stuff. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I agree. I'm really excited for it. After I played that game, I actually researched into SCP Foundation. There's some interesting stuff on that site, but oh man, the game just makes it look bad.
The money they're getting from the alpha in the game, they're actually gonna make that creature and have it go after everybody.
That would be
Oh,
so
God.
terrifying.
Don't even say that. Like, now I can't blink.
No
I'm
one
looking
has
in the
ever
mirror.
blinked again.
Oh come on! Don't.
And no-
blink.
And
Honestly,
no blinks were given that day.
Yeah.
compared to the SCP, I'd be more scared against the Weeping Angels. That is some
Yes.
scary shit, man.
The Weeping Angels
Okay,
are very
those are
scary.
scary.
What are the
See, I'm not
Weeping
even a-
Angels?
From Doctor Who.
Oh my god. I'm
Oh,
not even a
Doctor
big
Who. Okay,
Whovian.
I'm sorry.
Do I have to put up an image?
No, God no.
Let's get an image so we can put it in our. I guess I can call it a link dump, right? Because that's what it is,
Basically, yeah.
or like our slideshow of images. Yeah, send me one just so I have one for the video. But yeah, see, what Weeping Angels are terrifying. I'm not even a big Doctor Who fan, but they're weird.
No. I saw one that was kind of a fan thing on DeviantArt. Oh my god, it was so good.
What was it?
Of the Weeping Angels.
I'll find a
Oh.
link for it, but keep going. Don't wait for
Alright.
me. People can wait for me. All right, Wolfire Games. They need a lot
What's-
more. Exactly. All right, they really need a lot more publicity.
Who?
Wolfire Games. They're a small little little indie company. I think it's devised of like 2 guys. They've made a few, like, some really small games. Black Shades, Lugaroo is
Never
one.
heard of either of them.
Yeah, they're Lugaroo's on Steam. I wouldn't check it out though. But recently, Ryan, you do know 2 of their games. Revolver, which is amazing, great idea, and Overgrowth.
I've heard of Overgrowth.
Yeah, what's Revolver?
Oh no, not Revolver, Receiver. My bad.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy that. That's really good.
You see, I like the idea of Receiver. I don't like the gameplay. I think it's crazy that you have to do like 16 different things at once.
Well, I mean,
And-
essentially, since they made it within like 3 days, it's pretty damn good.
Oh, if they made it in 3 days, that's fascinating and super awesome. But I don't know. I think it could be better. But the 3 days thing, I guess that gives me a little bit of a different outlook on it.
Yeah.
Yes, but apparently they're updating it now. They're adding new things, like they actually have added a revolver, a flashlight, a Glock.
Huh.
Lots of things.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I gotta say.
So switching away from gaming, anybody here have any upcoming stuff they're excited to talk about for their channel?
Black Ops 2 is what I'm looking forward to on Tuesday.
Not
Probably
video
only-
games.
I know, but as far as on my channel, that's what I'm looking forward to is making some multiplayer videos with that, maybe some montages or whatever. I'm still new to that, but like I like to do it.
Yeah.
It's fun to edit videos together like that. But as far as anything else for my channel other than gaming, I want to get back more into vlogs. 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't do
I've been
nearly
trying.
enough of those.
You'll keep losing subscribers if you do vlogs, dude.
Yeah, they hate the face of my faceness.
Seeing as I only have 16 subscribers as the time of this podcast, I don't really have much authority when it comes to those sorts of things. When it comes to things I'd like to do or you could expect later on, I do want to continue the Conquering the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I really I could just play real quick. It's really short. Editing does take a long time for it though, because I do put in a lot of stuff into that, even though it doesn't look like it. I put a little excess sounds, video clips, texts, all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah.
You always
really-
put a lot of work into your videos. That's why they take so long. I love that about it.
I gotta
Go.
I gotta say though one thing, man. I'm a fan of your short videos, especially like your how to beat TF2 and your reaction to another Star Wars movie. I thought those were just beautiful in their simplicity because they're so short. And beating TF2 made me laugh so hard because I love TF2. And your solution to beating it, I saw it coming, but I was so happy anyways. I loved
It
it.
was good.
Yeah, sometimes simplicity is bliss, man. But I mean, I want to do more of them. I have a bunch of ideas. I just have to find the time for it. Because I mean, you guys know, school's got me, so I'm always doing stuff.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm
True
working.
that.
And plus, I'm working with the Infinity Interactive devs and on the development project as well. I've
Yeah,
got-
it's too awesome, dude. You're going places.
Yeah.
I
Just to
hope
let you
so. God, I hope so.
Why don't you go ahead and plug Infinity Interactive then? Tell us about it.
Infinity Interactive. Not something I created. It was... see, when I'm done with stuff, I tend to run to the jobs part on ModDB, see if I can, make a name for myself, because the only way to get into the game industry is if you have stuff to show.
Yeah.
So, I'm running around there. Infinity Interactive, they weren't the first people I joined. I joined with the development project, but I'll get with them first. Infinity Interactive is this constantly changing group of modders. I don't want to disclose too much stuff, but but we're working on this one mod for Half-Life 2 Episode 2 called War of the Servers. I'm gonna come clean. Ancient's gonna kill me for saying this, but don't expect too much soon. There's a lot of stuff that we gotta do before that actually does see any sort of light of day. We do have quite a few maps for it, though. I will say that.
Good enough, man. Well, he just signed his own death warrant on the podcast for us. Thank you for making this a little more interesting with that.
Make sure to make sure to record your death and send it to us.
No,
yes, please do.
Ancient likes
YouTube gold.
Ancient likes it when I kick his ass. Moving on, the development project. That I joined that actually as a modeler, and I've not lived up to that title. I joined in as a modeler. I'm now the storyboard director for that game. I can tell you right now, it's going to be fun. The development project was essentially it's created by this guy named Mapster. That's a screen name, not a real name. That'd be a weird real name.
That's a great real name.
Yeah, Mapster.
Yeah, you're not gonna get beat up at school for that one.
Mapster, where do I go?
Yeah, his essential thought was that he wanted to make a game where it was another Half-Life 2 mod where it's all focused on dev textures, and there've been many things like this before. They've just haven't looked very good. This one, he actually has modified the source engine so it can do certain things that it normally can't. Like, you can, rather than spending several times of plugins and whatnot with, so that each time you open a level something different happens, like in Left 4 Dead. Like, essentially you just put one little thing in there and it's like, bam, new things happen all the time. There's like
a
tons of different stuff.
randomization type deal?
Yeah. A bunch of other stuff. There's like an improved DRM, more physics stuff and whatnot. So the essential thing that we're going with this is that the development project's going to be, what we're shooting for is a single player experience just to get something out there. We're currently working through the story right now. We're almost done with that. We just need a couple more concepts before we're going to actually start moving on forward with it, but do expect more in the future from that. Also,
all right, I might have to check that out.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And if it isn't, it's not my fault.
No responsibility taken.
Jeez.
That sounds pretty interesting, actually. I gotta say. Hey, Ryan. Speaking of modeling and animating and stuff, are you ever gonna do anything with those sprites you made?
I'm trying. It's hard.
What's your thought process on that so far?
Well, what I want to do is I want to try and make a 15-minute video with it, but that's gonna take forever.
Welcome to the world of animation, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fall 2016.
Make a 2-minute video. Don't give yourself a huge project. Make a 2-minute video. See how it goes. I mean, it is Dragon Ball Z, so that 2-minute video could be.
No.
Okay, getting off topic for a minute here. Think about this. How many cartoons that you grew up with, if you cut the video feed, does it sound like sex?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's just really creepy, awkward sex.
Hello,
It is.
nurse.
Seriously though, like thinking about it, looking back now, I was listening to this little kid I babysit. He was watching these cartoons, and I'm looking at it, and now that I am old enough to comprehend this, I'm like, wow, without video image, it sounds so bad.
I'm thinking of Johnny Bravo.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Johnny Bravo was awesome.
Johnny Bravo is...
He's a screamer.
Oh, right in the childhood.
Right in the childhood. I love that meme.
That is a great one.
Right in the childhood.
Oh God.
I tell you, growing up, Johnny Bravo though was the man, and every little kid, every little boy out there wanted to be Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Did you know that Seth MacFarlane helped co-write that show?
Yep.
That's
I
crazy.
did
didn't know
not.
Yeah, that's actually what helped him get to Family Guy.
Huh. did
Like,
not know
That's nuts.
there's actually early versions of Family Guy. It's more focused around the dog rather than the whole family, and there was just the Peter figure. It was definitely interesting.
yeah.
It was very reminiscent of Johnny Bravo, of the whole cartoon style,
Interesting.
of the whole
pretty
Hanna-Barbera
cool.
kind of thing.
Yeah, no doubt. Speaking of cartoons too, while we're at it, is it just me or cartoons now are? I don't know. It feels so different. Like, not to just be like, back in my day, the cartoons were real. But I would, that same little kid, I see him watching cartoons now that just make no sense. I'm like, have you guys ever heard of this show? I didn't before this, but there's a show on Cartoon Network now, or it might be Nickelodeon or something, called Nearly Naked Animals.
What?
Okay.
I kid you not. It's
What?
it's so bad. It's in Nearly Naked Animals. Basically, it's just a bunch of animals that, for some reason, for some earthly reason that is never explained, are shaved bald, but really crappy shave job and shoved in underpants.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. There's no humans that I know of involved in the show, but I'm like, and maybe this is how people looked at my cartoons when I was a kid. Like, Dexter's Laboratory, some genius little kid and his dumb blonde sister. It makes no sense. But I don't know, man. Things at this point are so strange. What we're showing, what the kids are seeing now.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
that's
From
kinda
what I do
weird.
know about Barely Naked Animals, or whatever the hell it's called, I only know from Rebel Taxi. Apparently, it's a Canadian show. It was moved on to Cartoon Network, and it only shows when, kids aren't normally watching cartoons. So it's essentially cheaters of the Cartoon Network world.
That's funny.
It's the guilty pleasure for their parents.
Oh,
Now,
gross.
I like what you said about before, like back in my day, cartoons were real. Honestly, today's cartoons have more animation than old cartoons. For example, Yogi Bear. You ever notice how his body doesn't move and his head does, or vice versa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Only
Well-
one part at a time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you said though, I mean, that was the beauty in it was the simplicity to it. I mean, you didn't need all these like flashy animation gimmicks or anything. It was a funny story. And it was I don't know, it's so different now and it kind of weirds me
You know
out.
one that I used to watch that I still do that I find absolutely hilarious?
What's that?
Vegas
Little Pony.
XLR.
I remember I watched a couple episodes of that as a kid.
It was awesome. And I found someone who uploads a lot of every single episode so far, and I watched it and it was still hilarious. And it turns out that Bruce Campbell played a part in there.
No way.
Yep, he was magnanimous or whatever his name is.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell.
Speaking of Bruce Campbell, I'm pretty sure he was the narrator guy on the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 video games.
Those were great, dude. The original PS1 ones.
No, PS2, I think.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure it was Bruce Campbell.
Let's see.
Wait. Spider-Man and then like Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Those ones.
No. Spider-Man
Oh,
1,
man.
Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3.
Yep,
Yeah,
he's there. That's him.
That's
I think that is. Ah, man, I tell you.
That's crazy.
Good games growing up. Good childhood memories. I tell you.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Best game ever.
Oh,
Oh.
that is. Apparently, isn't that a? Didn't they remake that and that's now a cartoon running again?
It's now on Nickelodeon.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't
I've
know
heard
that.
I've heard it's good.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't watched it myself.
I tell you, I love this podcast so far. It's just one person knows a lot about something and the other ones are like, what is that?
Try me. I know some really obscure stuff.
Shoot, keep going. What is it?
What is
I'm not
the
interested.
hair length on
3 inches.
Bruce Campbell.
wait an average bear's pinky?
Yeah, I don't
2
know that
inches.
kind of stuff.
2 inches. The average hair length of a bear's pinky is 2 inches.
It is not.
Just oh man, that's funny.
Oh.
As far as I know, you're correct, but it is not.
Look it up.
Hey, to my knowledge, you're all geniuses.
Yes.
I'm not a genius.
To my knowledge, genius, maybe. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is probably about time for us to start wrapping up here. So, anyone got any final words for us?
Go
No.
away.
Go away. Do
I'm
something with
good.
your life rather than listen to us talk.
I'm good.
God.
I cannot find the average length of a bear's pinky hair.
You're actually looking it up.
I'm googling it. Oh, that's a
If
cute little
someone
bear, though.
could please find the average length of a bear's pinky hair for us, you'll be
Go out.
contributed to the next episode.
Go out into the forest, measure a bear's pinky hair, and then average it out. Do the math. You can do it.
But with a tape measure, you can't use a ruler.
Yeah, you got to use a tape measure. One of those like paper ones or whatever.
Yeah,
For,
make
like,
it really
outfitting.
tough.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
Make. All right. Well, on that note, I guess we'll call Comfy Pants Podcast number 1.
The flies have been zipped. And away
The
with you all.
flies. The flies have been zipped and the podcast is complete.
The flies have been zipped. The buttons have been buttoned.
Absolutely.
All right.
I love it.
Good night, everyone.
That's it.
And stay
That is a great
comfy.
one.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
I love you. Bye bye.
All right, guys. Well, this has been Matt, Cameron, Nathan, and Ryan. And
Hey, Cameron.
Cameron, why don't you do us an outro here because people love your outros.
Will Matt, Nathan, and Cameron and Ryan ever do another podcast? Will they find the remaining 9 Dragon Balls? Find out next time in the next Comfy Pants Podcast.
That's another copyright strike.
Thanks, guys,
All right.
for
Bye-bye.
listening in, guys.